The bag that caused all of the controversy, and is this the root cause of how we're all feeling? Maybe they're not over, but more of you are thinking, yeah, I'd like one, but do I want to spend that money and then find out it's been made in a sweatshop? Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Let's discuss something which has been on my mind for the last couple of weeks because of the scandal that's gone on. But actually, when I think about it, I have kind of felt like this for a year. All through 2023, I kind of felt this. And it is that, are designer bags over? Are there other brands that are on the rise, like a lot? And I feel as though this is a thing. And you know, I feel like there are 6 reasons for this. I've written them down. There are 6 reasons why I feel that this is the case. And I also want to add a 7th reason, which is that I'm getting this vibe from all of you in the comments, from what you're all telling me, from the feedback you're giving me, from the emails you're sending me. You are confirming my thoughts that designer bags are over. Now, I need to give a very quick caveat here to say that I am not saying, bear that in mind, I am not saying that I'm never going to go and buy a designer bag again. This is a general chat video. I want to get your thoughts and your feedback on it. As I say, I'm not saying that I'm never going to come on here again and show you a new designer bag, because I love designer bags. So we're going to go through these points. I'm going to talk about the bag that caused all of the controversy and where I think a lot of us have been accelerated in terms of feeling like designer bags are not it anymore. But also I have got a list, a small list, six brands that I think are worth you considering if you're watching this going, yeah, I'm done with it, I'm over it, but what can I buy? So, okay, the first thing that I think has triggered this, and it's a point that I've been banging on about for a year, probably even more, is prices. Prices. If you imagine Sally down the road who goes to work, she saves up and she buys 1 bag a year for her birthday, for Christmas, as a little treat. She got a promotion, maybe she passed an exam. Many different reasons when and why someone would choose to buy their bag, or maybe just because, you know, you hit your target with your savings, just because. These brands, I feel, a lot of them, have weeded out Sally and Robert as well. Robert also does the same thing. He buys his 1 bag a year, he works hard, he saves for it and he buys it. These brands have weeded out Sally and Robert. And I think, if you ask me, don't tell me that this won't have caused them issues, that they won't have noticed this in revenue. Although Sally and Robert only buy 1 bag a year, and I say that because these bags are expensive, although that's the case, think how many Sally and Roberts there are out there. Hundreds of thousands of people that are luxury, like interested in luxury. They're like a little bit addict over it and they're really interested in it. Think how many people now are not doing that because things are too expensive. So I think that's the first reason why a lot of us are thinking, no, I'm over it. Do you know something? Even people that can afford it, do you really want to go and be ripped off? You know, and I do use that word because I do think in some cases quality has not come in line with prices. And if you're going to go and buy something that hasn't got a straight flap on it, or all the stitching doesn't line up, or the hardware scratches super quickly, or whatever, are you being ripped off? Potentially. You let me know. But I feel that if you're buying something that doesn't look 2k and it looks £200 or 53 euros in that other case, then are you being ripped off? The next one is to do with customer service, or should I say poor customer service. If you are rude to someone, if you are unfriendly, if you are dismissive, if you ignore them, guess what? That person probably won't buy anything. and they probably won't really want to go back again either, because you'll have put them off the brand. Now, one of you emailed me just yesterday, and you actually wrote to me with a little story time, and you said I could tell it, and it fits perfectly into this topic to do with customer service. I won't say the brand that this applies to, just because I don't really want to cause any major issues, but you said that you came over from the States on holiday, you went to a boutique that was along Bond Street in London, you went to go and buy a very specific bag that's quite expensive. You said that when you got there, the security guard on the door was very snotty with you, didn't particularly want to let you in. It's only because you were forceful and you were like, look, this is what I'm here to buy, and you named it, that he was like, okay, all right, come in. When you got in there, you said the salespeople organising bags or something, you said the others were kind of chatting to each other, and no one greeted you when you walked in. You said you were dressed down, and there's nothing wrong with that. Why should that be a problem? But you did say to me, I was kind of in like leggings and like a sweater top, but you said no one acknowledged me, no one came to help me, no one said hi, no one welcomed you. In the end, you said that you walked up to somebody and asked for their help with the bag that you were after. They had one in stock. You said on this item it was defective, and a flap on it was not straight, and you decided you were not going to buy the bag. And as soon as you acted like you weren't going to buy the bag, the attitude of the person changed with you, and they became kind of like, okay, all right, bye, you've wasted my time, kind of in that respect. And I think this can be a problem, because you were telling me that you were in London for a few days after this, and if this person had been nice, you'd have been more inclined to say, do you know what, can you give me a call if you get me in before I travel home? Or you'd have been more inclined to go back to that brand. But in the end, you told me that you went next door and spent your money with another brand completely different, who you weren't even expecting to go and shop from, and you did it because they were nice to you. Production is the next one, and when I say this, I mean ethical production, and I'm also talking about scandals. So obviously we know what's gone on in the last few weeks, and you know, controversy and allegations that have come out about very bad, very poor ethical working conditions. And you know what? With this brand, I didn't want to believe it. I was really, really upset when I heard it, because I love this brand and I love wearing their pieces. And now I kind of feel like I can't really wear their stuff anymore, and I love it. And I just don't feel comfortable using those items. And I really, really hope that it's proven that it's not true. But I'm not sure how or whether that's going to be the case. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. But if you take Balenciaga, for example, the last thing any of us want to do now is go and drop a lot of money on something where a scandal comes out, and then you feel socially unacceptable wearing that item. I have that with Balenciaga. I've got a lot of Balenciaga pieces and 2 Balenciaga handbags. I haven't worn them since end of 2022. Don't know what to do with them. I can't sell them because I won't get any money for them. And what annoys me is I still love their designs. I still love how they look, but I wouldn't go and wear them now. Choice, exclusivity, and fakes. I'm going to skip over choice very quickly because it's not one that I need to dwell on too much. But when it comes to choice, I think a lot of these brands feel quite boring. You know, when you want something fresh, something new, but still classic. You want something that's in a shape and a style that's not going to date, but is new, is revived, feels different. I feel as though a lot of brands borrow styles off each other. Exclusivity and fakes. I'm going to do these 2 things together because they sort of tie together before we talk about these 6 amazing brands. So, okay, if you go and spend £4,000 on a bag, and then you walk past the market on the weekend and the same bag is hanging up for sale for 20 quid, does it make you feel like a fool and that you've just been ripped off, potentially? Let me know what you think about that one. But I think that exclusivity, not just through fakes, but actually exclusivity through overproduction by these brands, can put you off. It's like turning up to a party and you've got the same dress as the next person. You kind of think, oh, I thought what I bought was special, but it doesn't really feel it because I'm seeing it everywhere. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with mainstream. But the whole point about luxury is it's meant to be luxury. It's meant to be hard to get. You're meant to get exceptional service, exceptional quality of products. And when you're getting bags that you can easily just buy off the shelf if you've got the money, and then 10 other people that day bought the same thing, and it's super easy to get, and they're mass produced in bulk, is luxury starting to feel a bit fast fashion? Okay, let's move on to these bag brands, and I'm going to skip through these quickly. The first one is Openan. This is one that I feel has been on the rise for a very long time. And I have had a lot of you in my comments section over the last couple of months telling me, do you know, I was going to buy Chanel. Actually, I'm going to buy a Openan bag, and then the rest of the money, I'm going to like buy a little car, or go on a really nice trip somewhere, or pay off a little bit of my mortgage, or put it towards a deposit on a house, because obviously these Chanel bags are thousands and thousands, whereas you can buy something from Openan for under £400. So a lot of you are telling me that. The next one is Atelier's Auguste. They are a brand that I can vouch for and verify are very good. Their quality is very excellent. I have one of their bags which they did give me last year, but having used it since they gave it to me, was it last year? Yes, it was last year. I think it was last year. Maybe it was this year. I don't know, but I've been using it a long time. I can say they're really good quality. Everything is designed in France, made in Italy. Openan is the next one, and I want to give a mention to this because I saw something on their Instagram this morning about how they might be getting taken on by LVMH. And if there are any bags from Openan you have ever wanted in your life, although they can be hard to get because they sell out really quickly, I would say jump in there now, because if they do merge with LVMH, you just know those prices are going to get silly, ridiculous. The Row is another very popular one. It's not a very popular bag brand with me. I don't love their stuff, but for a lot of people who do, or if you're somebody who doesn't want a big screaming logo, the Row is meant to be really, really good. Then two of my favorites, Coach and Senreve. Coach is a brand that I have really bought into over the last 6 months to a year. I feel like they've really upped their game in terms of their designs and their styles. I have got, like, I especially love Coachtopia if you want something a bit fresher, a bit more edgy, in fun colours. I love their Ergo bag, is one of my favourites, which I've shown you like a million times before. I just love Coach. And then the final one, Senreve. Senreve I have loved since 2018 when they first launched. They've given me some bags and I've bought some bags, so I really have a combination of the two. The flaps on their bags are always straight. It all hangs together. They're very versatile, they're very classic looking, and they've got like a large size, it's called the Maestro bag. Perfect as a laptop bag for work, just absolutely perfect. So what do we think? Are designer bags over? Are they coming to an end? Are more of us, maybe they're not over, but more of you are thinking, yeah, I'd like one, but do I want to spend that money and then find out it's been made in a sweatshop somewhere, potentially? Let me know what you think. How are you feeling about it? Let me know what you think about those brands, and if there's any you think I've missed, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.